Hi guys, it's Giant. Welcome to the channel. So that's it. The beta's done. How did you guys find it? There's been some big differences compared to quite a lot of the stuff we've had in the past. The most obvious ones are the departure from the normal minimap that we've all been used to. You've also got the change in the progression system for the guns. Personally, I quite like the change. You've got a change of the perk system too. That's been quite divided online in the community because there's a load of people who are saying they quite like the change, but probably a bigger group of people saying they really don't like it and want it to go back to how it was before. One thing that does seem to be quite a consensus is that they don't think Infinity Ward are going to be able to do anything to revert any of the changes back. So basically what you see is what you're going to get in terms of the finished game. Speaking of which, we've got a month and a day, so 28th of October, the new game will be coming out. I know that I'm going to be getting it. I know that I'm going to be playing it loads. Then we've got Warzone 2 and DMZ coming out on the same day, later in the middle of November, 16th of November. That's the release date of those two. Now I know we've not had much of an opportunity to play or even look at a great deal of gameplay other than COD Next, but I think it does look pretty good. There's quite a lot of changes that do need to be made in terms of Warzone, but again, it's one of the things we'll have to wait and see whether or not any changes are implemented. Certainly loads of the quality of life changes that we've been having in Warzone 1 don't appear to have made the switch over to Warzone 2. I'm sure that in time they'll probably make it across, but certainly not straight away. One of the things that's been getting a lot of attention online at the moment is the footsteps, the sound of the footsteps, because it's so much louder than it ever was before. You've got a lot of people complaining that they don't like the volume of the steps, but other than it turning into a bit of a camper's paradise, which, yeah, that's not ideal. That's going to put a lot of people off, especially casuals. It's not so much about the pros or the people that stream. It's the casual players, and really that's who they want to cater to. That's who they're trying to cater towards. But I would like to see the return of ranked games like we had towards the end of the Vanguard cycle. One of the things I am really excited for is the old school maps coming back in Warzone and the DMZ map. So obviously quite a lot of you've probably seen High Rise, but there's also looks like there's going to be Quarry and of course Terminal coming back, which I'm really looking forward to. Just having a quick look here about the creator class and the progression within the gun system. As I said earlier, you unlocking stuff for one gun and it's unlocking it to be available on another one, which I think is quite a nice change, rather than having to level up your gun to level 70 or whatever it is every time just to unlock stuff. Each gun's leveling up to what, level 20 or so, certainly in the beta. I think that's probably something they're going to keep going into the full game, which will just make life a bit easier, and having decent number of attachments available on stuff. So for example, the ACR, which is probably my favourite gun from the original Modern Warfare 2, when it comes to unlocking that, it means that you'll be able to go straight into a game with a decent scope, with a decent barrel, with everything already unlocked for it. I thought the guns felt pretty good overall compared to what we've been used to in the last few years of Call of Duty. Obviously feel quite similar to Modern Warfare 2019. Feel quite different to Vanguard. I felt Vanguard guns were felt a bit quicker, but the realism in this game certainly looks to be up a notch compared to Vanguard. So that's it. A little bit of a summary about what we got from the beta. It's a month tomorrow until the full game comes out. So is that it? Do you think that's going to be the game as it comes out day one? Or do you reckon Infinity Ward are going to make any changes? I'd love to see them make some changes, but to be brutally honest, as a lot of other people have said, I don't think it's necessarily going to happen. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with a friend.